I'm an alcoholic addict.
Welcome to Recovering Addict. Sorry we're late. Brad was blowing up my phone, jamming up my internet, and screwing everything up. So if you're wondering why we're late, while I was having computer problems, you can just blame that on Brad.
Thanks, Brad.
Thanks again, Bradley Kindle. Everybody give Brad a what's up in the comments. Anyway, we're back. So what happened? Why is our computer all jacked up? So through all the moves and all this kind of stuff, these computers, once they get to dang near capacity, it's got a terabyte on it, they start running slow. It's like eating a big dinner and then trying to go on a hike. It just doesn't work. So I was trying to move files and trying to connect stuff, blah, 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 computer problems. But we're back. We're here. We're live tonight. We're going through this book called Staying Sober, Chapter 5. This is going to be a good one. Mistaken Beliefs About Recovery and Relapse. So if you have a book, that's page 103. Tune in as we read through this. I'm not very prepared, so tonight we are just going to chit chat, say what's up to everybody in the chat. We're going to read the just for today because it looks like a good one, and then we're going to read through and talk about what we read through in this book, and then we'll give you some updates on what's going on with our local program and how awesome it's going. And I will be busting out some videos that we've taken at some of the recovery events that we've been to, some pictures. So make sure you're following us on Facebook, Instagram, the Discord. We drop all our pictures of our hikes and everything all around in there and stuff. And even TikTok, y'all. We're on TikTok. Recovering Addict 8 on TikTok.
I'm going to drop the links.
Yeah. But I'm LT. I'm an alcoholic addict. Well, at least I used to be. I'm still, what do you say? I still have a propensity to possibly go back to it if I don't continue to work my program daily, take care of my spiritual needs daily, listen to my wise friends that are older and wiser than me in recovery and do what they say when they see me slipping up. Or I could be right back to where I don't want to be. And that's being a lame, freaking passed out drunk, ruining my relationship with my wife and my kids. I don't want to be like that no more. I want to have fun. I want to go hiking. I want to go mountain biking. I want to go do stuff. I want to live life to its fullest. I'm 42 years old. That ain't much time left on earth. Lord willing, if I live to be 50 years old, that's another, or if I live to be 90 years old, it's another 50 years on this planet. In the last half, you're just going to be sitting in a wheelchair or something. And I want to try to be as healthy as I can when I go through this old age. I've already destroyed my body enough by doing stupid things. So I'm done with that shit. And if I seem a little frustrated, I'm a little frustrated. I got this awesome button from Lish.
Go outside and play hide and go.
I'll beep that one out.
They all say naughty words.
Yeah,
you got to beep the whole
Fucking
thing.
fuck.
Whoa, sorry for the bad language.
I'm fucking done.
I've been pushing this button. I probably wore the battery out for the first 5
Thanks,
minutes.
Lish, if you're watching.
Thanks, Lish. Anyway.
Yeah. And
That's where we're at.
on other news, somebody will have 2 years in approximately 2 days.
Who?
Jew.
Oh, yeah. I'll have 2 years, y'all. My sobriety date will be 2 years in 2 days. And you know what the cool part of that is? It's October 5th.
Uh-huh.
What's October 5th?
Playoffs.
Post-season baseball. Sorry, Nicole. We will not be watching the Phillies. But we will be watching the Giants.
I feel you, girl. I was like, they're going to make it. Then they didn't.
Stinking Braves.
Braves, you're dumb.
Stupid Braves. All right, I'm going to sit back and let her introduce herself, tell you what she's up to, what she's all about, and say what's up to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, what up? I'm Felice, married to this guy, was on the other side of addiction. I was the spouse of an addict. So I'm here to talk about that side. And I've noticed that eventually the tables will turn on a lot of relationships or in a lot of people's lives. You go from being the addict to being where I was at and being friends or family members of an addict. So it's nice that we're both here and we can talk about both sides because we both get it. But I'll just shout out to a few people here that I see. Brad was first. Also made us late.
Brad made us late.
Jim, what up? Teeter.
2 words, 1 finger.
2 words, 1 finger.
This one, right?
Two word thumbs up.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what she was talking about.
That's what. Oh, okay. What up, Nicole? Glad you're here. Who else we got in the chat? We got lots of people chatting it up over here. Lots and lots. Jeanette got her merch finally 2 years later.
Woohoo!
Her sponsor looks absolutely amazing in the new RA hat.
Yeah, that was sick.
I love it. What's up, Michelle? My heart goes out to you. Love you, lady.
Oh,
Gish.
Canada.
Hola.
What's up, my brother?
Hola. ¿Cómo está? Muy bien. Gracias. ¿Y tú? That's all I know.
That's
Patrice.
some damn good Spanish.
Jamie.
I'm just going
Squirrel's
to throw this
golden.
out there tonight. There's going to be a lot of cuss
Oh,
words.
wow.
I don't feel filtered tonight. Ow. And then a dog just bit my foot.
Debbie. That's my mom's name.
Debbie Tucker. Welcome
Good
to the show.
see you. But she's got like 4 different names. But that's one of them. Mo. That sushi cake looked delish.
Millie wants your sushi cake.
What's up, Mother Nicole?
Nicole Brower. Welcome to the show.
Tammy. Brittany.
Barton.
Carla Bell. Good
Hey,
to see
Carla.
you, my
Good to see ya.
girl.
Glad you're here.
Who else? Who else is here? I think I might have got it. Everybody that I see. Don't know what is up, but
Don't know what is up, but I will pull up unless I go on Jake's share group. Oh, that's okay.
glad you're here.
I think you're in the private group.
What's
Facebook
up, private
No worries.
Facebook user?
You can join us on the YouTube side of things too.
5 months yesterday.
Whoop,
Whoop, whoop. What up, Margot?
Margot from Arizona, 5 months.
I love all the Arizona peeps out there.
We got
So
some of these
cool.
Right here. You see that? That's a 6-month tag. If you
What up,
get
Mad?
to 6 months, you can get one of those. Yeah, if y'all want to support us, we have merch. We got sick journals. Wow. We even have some lighters.
Mm-hmm.
Over those. Like,
And-
I'm discombobulated. I don't have anything set.
And shout out to Morgan Green. Some of you may know her.
Morgan.
She's been on the show before, but Morgan just hit her 90 days not too long
Whoop,
ago.
whoop.
And she has made a complete change in her attitude and the way she reaches out to people.
Responsibility.
And I'm very proud of her. She
Amazing.
actually called me today, and I was like, yes, she's
the way-
doing it.
That's how you do it, man. You want to survive this damn battle, you got to do the damn thing. And she's
So
doing it.
proud.
And when you guys get the stickers, so whoever's ordered merch and you get stickers in the mail with it, Morgan made those stickers.
Yeah, she did. She did a great job, too. Jeanette said she'd totally make you a video, LT, but she doesn't know how.
Damn
Whatever,
it.
LT.
Can somebody make me a 2-year video?
LT
please?
doesn't get a video.
Just give it a shot.
Maybe
Somebody
we'll
try.
go live and love all my names. Me too, Mom.
Grandma, mommy, Debbie
This is-
Greger,
Mom, Grandma,
Lori,
Lori, Lorianne, Debbie. Did I miss one?
in-law.
Miss Gregor,
We're going to the in-law's house.
in-law,
That kind of groups them all.
mother-in-law, mommy, mama, mamo. Yeah, you are, Morgan.
Hell yeah.
You killing it.
Hell to the yeah.
Brad said he's not paying for the lighter till he gets it in the mail.
You know what?
Brad's his last.
I
in
took
transit.
a picture of the package that I sent to Brad. I'll send everybody else's, but Brad's, I just, I'll send it Monday.
It's on the counter.
Maybe.
Just kidding.
Next time it's going to be an empty package.
That'd be so funny. It's just right there. I gave you the tracking number, Brad. Debit ticket.
No, bro, for reals, we did look up that tracking number and it says it's en route. So we'll give it a couple days and see what happens. But
As
we got you back, brother.
As far as the merch, Messenger's still the best because it's not quite loaded on the old website, but we will have it on the new website once we get that launched in probably next week or so.
Yeah, just message us until our website is. Oh my God, we didn't do that this weekend.
Fucking incredible.
That was perfect.
Thanks, Jamie. You just reminded me of something else I didn't do.
Package pictures.
Package pictures?
That's what you sent Brad was package pictures. Okay.
I love it.
She said sorry.
We have our website people like doing our website for us, right? So they send it's pretty much done. And we got an email last Wednesday probably, and was like, "Can you really do a fine tooth comb on your thing and send back all the changes?" And so I've been waiting for a time Felice and I can sit here for an hour and just go through it, rewrite some things, and yeah, Friday night hit, and we do our weekend thing. We go mountain biking, we unplug, and
It's like,
yeah.
oh, look, all the focus is on Linky
Oh,
right
Link,
now.
look, everybody's focused on you.
Jeanette said, just poop in a box for Brad.
Good idea.
And then light it on fire with your new lighter.
That'll match his gratitude. Total
All right,
money clips.
That would be cool.
That would be cool if we were so cashless.
What's in the box? Extra points, Jake.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Oh, that's funny.
Did you not do LT?
Well, that list is bigger than the stuff that I did do. Goodness gracious. All right, let's read the just for today real quick. This one's called Losing Self-Will. Egos. Lego my egos, right?
Legos.
Our egos, once so large and dominant, now take a back seat because we are in harmony with a loving God. We find that we lead richer, happier, and much fuller lives when we lose self-will. Are you still running on self-will? Your sponsor, somebody you trust in recovery says, don't do that. Because they've been there. They've seen it 1,000 times. But no, self-will is going to make you go do what you know not to do. Addiction and self-will go hand in hand. The unmanageability that we admitted to into step 1 was as much a product of our self-will as it was of our chronic drug abuse. And today, living on self-will can make our lives just as unmanageable. So if you're living on self-will, not in recovery, your life will become just as unmanageable. Is your life manageable right now? That's a good question to ask. Are the things you're doing, the things you've been doing the last month and a half, 2 months, 2 weeks, 1 day, prove that you are in control and managing your life well? If not, then you're probably living in self-will and need to lose self-will. You need to go back to step 1 and handle your business. When our ideas, our desires, our demands take first place, what's your will, what's your desire, what's your demand? If that's taken first place in your life, we're going to find ourselves in constant conflict with everyone and everything around us. Beep, 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 beep. Warning. Self-will reflects our reliance on ego. The only thing that will free us from self-will and the conflict it generates in our lives is to break reliance on ego, coming to rely instead on the guidance and power offered to us by a loving God. But no, we can't see past our elbows, can we? We are taught to consult spiritual principles, not selfish desires, in making our decisions. Do that. Just do that. We are taught to seek guidance from our higher power, one with a larger vision of our things than our own, because we can't see past our elbows. In doing this, we find our lives meshing more and more easily with the order of things around us. When you do that, life gets easy. Is life complicated right now? Ask yourself. Why? Are you living on self-will? Do you need to let go of your ego? Do you need to redo step 1? Even if you don't like the 12 steps, there's an unmanageability concept and aspect that you have to take and look at. And if your life is unmanageable right now, you're living on self-will. No longer do we exclude ourselves from the flow of life. We become part of it and discover the fullness of what recovery has to offer. Trust me, it's there. Cross over and find this flow of life and discover the fullness. And it is so fulfilling and so rewarding. Somebody posted on the Facebook the other day, I can't remember who it was, but they asked, is your life what you pictured it post-addiction in recovery? Is it what you pictured? And all the people that are in recovery pretty much had the same response. Nope. It's better. I couldn't imagine it being this good. Wow. It's amazing. And it really is. It becomes so good and so amazing that you just got to let go. You got to do it. So just for today, I seek freedom from ego and the conflicts generated by self-will. I will try to improve my conscious contact with God of my understanding, seeking the guidance and power I need to live in harmony with the world. Damn, that was a good one.
That was a good one. learning that one for sure.
Yeah. And if it feels like I'm talking to you, then there's something to that too.
Very
Because
true.
I'm not pulling this just out of my head. I'm reading the Just for Today, and we're going through chapter 5. Destiny has made its plan.
2 words, 1 finger.
That's my favorite one. I'd like to welcome Amanda Cook.
Amanda Cook, welcome to the show.
I'm glad you're here. And Josh Beam, long time no see.
Yo, Josh, what's up,
Glad
brother?
to see you.
Good to see you.
Millie, what's your favorite flavor cake? Mo would like to know.
Let me guess. Chocolate.
She's an easy one. Chocolate.
Who's it for?
Amanda says, I just started reading that book. It's a good one. Very good one.
Take it to heart, man. So since I've gotten out of recovery, you can see my bookshelves back there, right? I like to read. I like to listen to podcasts. I like listen to audiobooks. Out of all this stuff I've read in recovery, this has been my favorite so far. And we are going to go through. So we're halfway through this book. We're on chapter 5, 103, page 103. If you want to follow along, we're going to jump that into a second. But we're going to do the follow-up book to this written by the same author. And I can't remember the name of it. It's sitting on my shelf over there. But that will be the next book we're going through after this one.
I can't remember what it's called either.
This is called Mistaken Beliefs, Chapter 5. Mistaken Beliefs about Recovery and Relapse. The first step in preventing relapse is to understand what it is and what it is not. The more you know and understand about relapse, the less risk there is that you will experience it and the less threatening it will be for you. There are a great many mistaken beliefs that trap relapse-prone people into a state of hopelessness. Many people have these mistaken beliefs and act as if they are true. Let me read that again. Mistaken beliefs about relapse create self-fulfilling prophecies. What?
Epi's talking about the puppy.
How about them Dodgers, bro? Go Giants. Beat LA. Go ahead.
Not much, guys. Just been working and getting ready for this baby to get here.
Yeah.
Wedding got canceled because I tested positive for the COVID last month. It's been so crazy the last couple months. How
He
are
tested
you
positive
guys
for COVID, or
been?
did he misspell cold feet?
Uh,
Just kidding, Josh. Amanda Cook says, I am 4 months and 2 weeks sober.
Atta girl. Very proud.
That's what I'm
Very
talking about.
cool.
It gets better. Continue. Keep going. Press. You know, I don't know what your story is or anything, right? But you're proud of 4 months. So that means you had a run with addiction that you didn't like. And now you're doing this stabilization thing as you're coming into recovery. Your mind's clearing up. Things are going to start getting better. You may have some bridges burnt that you need to put some fires out. You may need to have some legal problems to take care of. Just keep pressure on it. Do the next right thing. I've been hanging out with probation officers. Oh, crap. Another thing I need to put on my calendar. I got to meet with them on the 6th, right? Was that the date?
Yeah, 10 or something.
Ah, crap. Anyway, I did this really cool thing. Let me tell you a story.
Let's put it on the
There's
calendar.
another thing, y'all.
Put it on the calendar right now.
Let me hit. Yeah. So I went down to it was for the hospital, but they flew this guy in, and it was me, a couple of other recovery people, and about 15 probation officers. And we did a role playing scenario. We walked in, they gave us all packets, and in our packets it says who we are. I was Dakota. I was this girl that committed online fraud. I did 5 years in prison, and now I'm out, right? So they gave me $30, 5 bus tickets, and then week 1 through week 1, 2, 3, and 4, I had to accomplish certain things. I had to go see my probation officer. I had to go pay a fine. I had to pay child support and stuff like that. You know, all those things that we have to do when we're getting out of trouble, or when we're pulling our head out of the bucket of addiction, right? We wake up, oh my gosh, look at all this stuff and how hard it was. So I'm hanging out with all these probation officers, and I'm just asking them questions like, yo, we got these people that are with us that are in probation, you know, like if they relapse and all this kind of stuff, what do you guys suggest? Because they said it'll take a person 10 times. Because some of the probation officers, when we would take our bus ticket over, we'd pay our $5 and do our drug test. You just picked a card, and it was either pass or fail, right? And if you tested positive in this scenario, you had to go to jail. And these probation officers are going to jail, and they're like, bull crap, we don't throw nobody in jail for a first time positive, you know? And I'm just like, what is the best thing? Everything I've heard from probation officers, counselors, peer supports, anybody in recovery is to be honest. Like, look, and a standard has been set in our community by Jake Brown. Y'all know him. He does the Saturday morning show. And the way he relapsed and the way he bounced back and recovered, 100% responsibility, full admittance, full honesty to everybody. He started calling his boss, his counselor, his probation officer, his child support people, everybody. Like, look, I screwed up. And it has worked out perfect for him. His life is better than it was then, even. And these probation officers and these everybody that I've been around are just like, just come be honest. We are actually here to help. That's what we're here for. We understand the predicaments you're in, how hard it can be, the holes you guys have dug. If you're honest and you want to get help and succeed, we are here to help you. We will lead you in the right directions. We will be lenient when you are honest. And then he's all, but if we have to drag it out of you, we have to find it. You're running, hiding, seeking, then it's not going to work out. So chapter 5, memorize that first paragraph. Honesty. If you're not being honest in your program, you're going to get in trouble. Period. If you're not honest, and if you're living dirty while being clean, right? So what? Your sobriety, you ain't doing drugs and you're abstinent. If you're still living dirty while being clean, ain't going to work out either.
That's true. Oh, Epi said that comeback game, he was at it, left early.
Oh, dude.
that
comeback game kept me up till midnight. I was just like, no way. It was like a home run derby.
That was crazy. Josh said, yeah, it was awesome having cold feet. Looks like you guys are doing good. Good to see
Thanks,
you.
brother. Good to see you.
Yeah, let's see. Hi, Todd in Seattle. Been a while. Good to hear voices.
Hey, what's up?
What up?
How you doing, Todd?
Marie, hey. 3 months, one day at a time. Good girl. Josh says, when did you move? Looks like a living room?
Yeah,
Yes.
Josh, we've been on quite the journey. So I started this channel 2 years ago. This, I don't know, winter, spring transition, we decided to sell the house, pull the money out of it, and throw it into the local recovering addict. And now we own a gym and all this kind of stuff, right? But we moved to a little apartment so that we weren't homeless because the housing market out here is insane, and lived there for 4 months. And then now we're back in Pleasant View so the kids can stay in the same school district. But this is going to be the background you're going to see probably for the next few years as we're here live every Sunday. I'm sure that'll change. Well, the plan is I take pictures a lot, and I'm going to start printing them. And this thing's just going to fill up with pictures. And I wish you guys were all out here with us because we can go on a hike or
that would be so cool.
Fun little experience and have an awesome picture like the one I'm going to post later.
Yeah. Hi, Mad's mom.
Hey, mother.
Good job. 100 days. Great milestone,
Woo!
Morgan. Killing it. Brittany said, explain the living clean, dirty clean thing again.
So you're abstinent from drugs and alcohol, so you're calling yourself clean, right? But yet you're still not being honest. Somebody gives you $5 back extra and you keep it in your pocket. You're telling white lies. You're making up excuses why you don't go to work or what's really going on with this or what's really going on with that. You're still living dirty. You're not being honest. You're not being responsible. You're not taking ownership for anything in your life. You're just not using drugs. And if that's the way you still are, minus the drug, you haven't really changed much. You got to make the whole change physically, spiritually, and mentally. And you got to continue working towards it until it just starts becoming second nature. We've wired our brains in this survival addiction mode, right? What do I got to do? How do I got to scheme and scam and hide this next hit I'm going to take? Who do I got to, and it's so easy to see through the crap when you're on this side looking at an addict being an addict. You got to live clean in all areas of your life while you're clean, if that even makes sense.
Yeah.
So you got to be honest with your work. You got to be honest with your mom and dad and your kids. You got to be honest with your boyfriend, wife, and husband and all that stuff, right? You can't still be wiggling around telling lies and all that kind of stuff, or stealing, or, driving around with no license and no insurance. And you got to step up, and it's time to grow up. Post addiction is a time for adulthood. We've been acting like children all the way up through until we quit. A lot of times that's called, what's that called? I always
Arrested
forget.
development.
Arrested development, right? As soon as we get into our addiction, we don't grow mentally or mature anymore. We go into this opposite negative place of addiction that we don't like. And a lot of people don't come out of it. They die. Once you come out of it, it's like, okay, you got to start relearning things. You got to learn how to communicate. You got to learn how to connect with people. You got to learn how to be an adult. It's time to grow up. You know what I mean? That's what I mean.
Jim says, coming to Utah on spring break. Anyone with him?
Dude, I hope you do.
Pick everybody up. And Jeanette. And Brad.
Come on down. You are the next contestant on The Price is
Next
Right.
visit to Utah will probably be in a couple weeks if I can't get it off, but it will only be for 2 days as I have a funeral to attend.
What part and where, and maybe we can swing through and see you for 20 minutes.
Yeah, that would be cool. Text me, brother. I'm seriously thinking about it, Brad.
Cool.
Do it.
Very cool.
Yes, time to grow up.
Yes.
Nicole finally got honest with her mom. Guess what? Nobody died.
And
now you probably feel better.
And it probably felt good.
Nicole's in. She's coming to Utah.
Yeah. That would be
Heck
so
yeah.
cool.
That'd be cool.
So the problem here, we're talking about mistaken beliefs about recovery and relapse. The problem with mistaken beliefs is that they prevent the effective problem solving needed to interrupt the cycle of relapse. So there's problem solving skills that we need to get through life, right? I come across a problem. Like today, I came across my internet problem. I had to problem solve my way up to this live stream today. The problem with the mistaken belief is that they prevent effective problem solving needed to interrupt the cycle of relapse. Mistaken beliefs about relapse create self-fulfilling prophecies. When mistaken beliefs become truth to you, you act as if those beliefs are true. These inappropriate behaviors lead you into a relapse cycle. You believe what you're doing is the right thing. It leads to inappropriate behaviors, which then get you sunk down into the relapse cycle. And it won't be long after that, if during that process you don't start using, that you will start using. So the mistaken belief you have then all of a sudden becomes real. We would like to dispel some of the myths and the mistakes. This is what it says on page 104, Terence Gorski's book, Staring Sober. We would like to dispel some of the myths and mistaken notions about relapse and replace them with factual knowledge that will help you deal more realistically with the relapse potential of your illness. The mistaken beliefs that prevent relapse-prone people from recovering fall into 4 areas. If you got a pen, grab it, write it down. We're going to write these 4 down, and we're going to think about them, and you're going to think about these throughout the week, okay? These mistaken beliefs that prevent relapse-prone people from recovering are in 4 areas. These areas include mistaken beliefs about the following: the role of alcohol and drug use in recovery and relapse. 2, the presence and nature of relapse warning signs. 3, the meaning and role of motivation in recovery. And then number 4, the effectiveness of treatment. Each of these are going to be reviewed in detail to show you how a combination of mistaken beliefs can lead to a serious, erroneous conclusions that create self-defeating cycles of chronic relapse. So if you have found yourself in the last month or so doing something with mistaken beliefs and have slipped, fallen off the wagon, drank, done a shot, sniffed a line, whatever your drug of choice was, you probably have mistaken beliefs and you need to get help with that. Right? And that's what this book and this channel is about. We go through this stuff. That's what our local program, Monday through Friday here on Ogden on 144 14th Street, 155 14th Street. Yeah, at the Iron House Gym. Every night, 5 to 8. We're there. We do a little light workout, and then we study the workbook that goes through this.
Read that last part again, I think.
Each of these will be reviewed in detail to show how a combination of mistaken beliefs can lead to a series of erroneous conclusions that can create self-defeating cycle of chronic relapse.
Hopefully that was right. You guys are more than welcome to stay in our front yard. It's small.
Here,
but
ready,
you can
Morgan?
stay.
Screenshot if it focuses. Right there. Let me get a little closer. Right there. Screenshot in 3, 2, 1. Did you get it? Oh, look at the cute puppy.
Good job, 9 months. Have a good day at work.
Have a
Good night. 9 months is awesome.
good job on 9 months, Facebook user.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hopefully you got that screenshot, Morgan. Hopefully that worked.
No, the 1 through 4. Let me know if you did not get the screenshot if you weren't ready, and I
Or
can
you
redo that.
Or look at it tomorrow.
Yeah, and we'll see you tomorrow night. We can go through it there again. But there's things that we do as we get into recovery. We start living abstinent, and recovery starts taking hold. We start feeling good, but then we slip, or maybe we have people come into our lives that just lead us off into wrong directions. And this is all a part of that erroneous cycle, right? These mistaken beliefs about recovery and relapse. And it's so, what does the big book call it, right? Cunning, baffling, and powerful.
Yeah, powerful.
Me and a guy was talking about this, Will from the Other Side of Hell podcast. If you have not heard of that before, YouTube, The Other Side of Hell, and their podcasts. He does awesome stuff. He's here local in Utah. I was on the phone with him, and he says, due to that phrase, cunning, baffling, and powerful, I cannot hang out with people that drink or use drugs. Because if I go and hang out with people that drink and use drugs, if it's as cunning, powerful, and baffling and powerful as they say it is, one wrong move on the wrong day in that high risk situation, I could use. And so he cuts those people out of his life. I cannot hang out with people that drink or do drugs. If they are stuck in active addiction, we can't hang out with them. There's a scenario, and I've been using this for the last 2 weeks at our local group, right? So when I worked on base, all the safety trainings, right? But on the F-22 and the F-35, they have these fuel tanks right up underneath, and they're called confined spaces. Some of you people that are in construction have maybe heard of confined spaces. Confined spaces is a very dangerous place to enter. It's a place to enter that lacks oxygen. It could be filled with chemicals. It could kill you, right? And so they teach us how to go in there safely with a little monitor to monitor the oxygen, make sure it's at the right percentage, and it beeps. And if it beeps, you got to learn how to get out of there. You got a guy that's actually watching you the whole time, and there's a guy that's watching the guy that's watching you next to the phone. So there's this chain of command for safety, right? And the things that they teach us is how to self-rescue. You start feeling dizzy, lightheaded, that beeper's going off. You have to be able to rescue yourself out of that situation, right? And the guy that's watching you is told, if you see that person in that tank faint and pass out, you don't go in after him. If you go in after him, you're going to be a dead body laying next to him.
Mm-hmm.
And it relates to recovery so well, because if that person in the confined space in active addiction is passing out and going down this active addiction and cannot get themselves out, and you go in there and continuously try to rescue them, you could end up dying, right? And there's a point where you have to cut and draw the line, or you're going to be the dead body next to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and your sponsor's the guy out there at the phone. So the whole line is like, whoa, look at Jimbo up there. He's not doing good. Call 911. And then, you try to blow air, you get, things set up in place. I was going somewhere else with that. And that's where it went.
Oh, I like that you said that the sponsor's the guy on the phone.
Yeah.
Because this guy, watching this guy, he has to call his sponsor and be like, I need help because this guy's going down and it's triggered me to want to go down. So I need you to help me so we can help him. I like that.
Yeah. We've been talking about that a lot lately on our local group here.
I like this. Active use brings active use.
Yeah.
That's one million case.
Beget, right? The word beget. Oh, go ahead.
And wins in that situation. Stay away. I just finished reading.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like the word beget, right? Fitness begets fitness. Positive attitudes beget positive attitudes. What do I mean by that? You walk into a room with a positive attitude and greet somebody positively, that person will likewise be lifted up and greet you positively, unless they're a jerk. Obviously, there's those people out there, those dry drunks, right? Fitness. You start hanging out with people that are hiking and working out. And you start kind of doing what they do. Fitness begets fitness. And that works in your own life too. You just start working out and feeling good. And that fitness and health is going to create a desire and want to continue to stay and become healthy. Fitness begets fitness. Birds of a feather flock together. Show me who you hang out with, and I'll show you who you are. If you're hanging, just like Epi said, addiction, and you're hanging out with addiction, it's not, what's the saying in the big book, right? You hang out in a barber shop long enough, you're going to get a haircut.
Start positive, stay positive.
Yeah.
We attract what we are. Yeah, that's true. 100%. What's up, Ricky?
Was at a meeting the other day. Awesome. Cool.
Good job, Ricky. Oh, yeah. What's up, Rachel?
Graduated rehab.
Atta girl.
Snap.
Congratulations.
Congrats. That's a big deal.
94 days. Killing it.
Good job. That's awesome. Yeah, Teeter's into fitness. Fitting donuts in his mouth.
Fitting this donut in my mouth.
Fitting this donut in my mouth. Epi says, congratulations, Rachel. All right, so the making beliefs about the role of alcohol and drug use in recovery. Here's number one. Here's a mistaken belief about the role of alcohol and drug use in recovery. Many relapse-prone people believe that recovery is abstinence from alcohol and drug use, and relapse is the use of alcohol and drugs. I love this part right here. Let me just straighten that line, right? Abstinence from drugs is recovery. Wrong. And when I use drugs and drink, that's when I relapse. Wrong. Okay? This leads them to believe that anytime they abstain from alcohol and drugs, they are in recovery. And anytime they return to alcohol and drug use, they are in relapse. As a result, they come to believe that not using alcohol and drugs is their primary task in recovery. What is your primary task in recovery? Just stay in abstinence? No. Let me read that again. Because of that mistaken belief, they come to believe that not using alcohol and drugs is their primary task in recovery. It is definitely a big task in recovery, but that is not your primary task to not use, right? Recovery is not abstinence from alcohol and drug use. Abstinence is only a prerequisite for recovery. You must abstain from alcohol and drugs as a prerequisite to be in recovery. The actual recovery process involves completing a series of tasks daily that allow management of acute and post-acute withdrawal and the correction of the biopsychosocial damage caused by the addiction. This is what recovery is. It's a series of daily tasks, right? That's going to help you manage all the freaking damage you've done to yourself from all the years of use. Okay. Daily tasks. Here's mine. I wake up. I'd grab a cup of coffee. I have some devotions on my phone that I go through before I open Facebook, before I open Discord, before I open anything. I get through 2 of those plans, which is a day for each one. Takes about 10 minutes. And by that time, my mind's clearing up. I'm starting to feel like, oh, okay, I'm getting on the right wavelength. I grab a book, a random book off the shelf, or I continue with the same one, however I feel that morning. And I'll read that for another 10 to 15 minutes while I'm drinking my coffee. That's my step one. That sets my intention for the day and gets my mind right. After that, then I start getting into this, usually take the dogs out, text wife and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm on to my recovery. And then I get ready for the evening and then we go work out and then we have a group session at night. That's part of my daily tasks, right? That help me manage acute and post-acute withdrawal. And what did we learn that addiction did to us? It hurt our bio, our body, our psycho, which is our mind, and our social, which is our relationship. So we have to be doing daily tasks to help us repair our bio, our body, our psycho. We have to do stuff to help repair our mind. And then we have to take measures and put things in place to help us with our relationships. Mm-hmm. That's recovery. Daily tasks that heal the damage done. That is recovery. Are you taking those steps? Ask yourself, am I in recovery? Am I daily doing things to better my body, doing things daily to better my mind, and taking steps and doing things better to have better relationships with people that you already know and new people that you meet? If you're not, you're not in recovery. In other words, he says here on page 105, halfway through the first paragraph, in other words, recovery is a lot more than simply not using alcohol and drugs. If you believe that simply not using will produce recovery, you will be surprised at the dysfunction caused by the sobriety-based symptoms of addiction. You may also feel trapped and helpless because your mistaken beliefs keep you from finding a way to deal with these symptoms. Get it?
Get it? Got it? Good.
Fucking incredible.
Boom. There you go. Rachel says, thanks to you guys, I changed my whole life. I went from lying to my fiance, getting high in the garage, to coming across your live on accident.
Whoa.
I remember that. It was crazy. Heard your live and it changed me for the better.
Praise God.
She says, shout out to my fiance, my world, the love of my life, for sticking by my side through the dark times and help bring me to this happiness.
Mr. Edward
Mr.
Reyes,
Edward.
we salute you. 100%.
Good man.
And there's that saying in the big book, right? God will do for us and through us what we cannot do for ourselves. She's getting high, stumbles across our life, changes her life, meets a guy that's amazing and sticking by her side. And my kids, Juan, I'm going to let Felice read this because she's better at reading than
Edward
me.
and her kids, Juan, Fernie, Promise, Gotti, Lucky, and our new baby on the way. We just found out we are on our 6th baby, a month prego, and life is good, recovering, and finally get to be home with my family.
Whoop, whoop. Congratulations.
I like
on the
those names.
Blessings.
Juan. Is that Juan?
Juan?
Fernie, Promise, and Gotti?
Promising.
And
guy.
Lucky.
Lucky. That's cool.
What's the next one going to be named? I got to know.
Felice?
Yes. Do
Name
it.
Felice.
I keep trying. I suggest it to everybody, but nobody's taking me up on the offer. I'm like, just name it after me. It's a happy name. Thank you, Marilyn.
Thank you, Marilyn.
You're the best.
Thank you very much.
Linky.
Yeah.
Knock, knock joke. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
What? Yeah. Wait. Don't
look.
look at it. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
No bell.
No bell new?
There's no bell. That's why I knocked.
You know what?
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 Jim? The person who invented the knock knock joke probably won a Nobel Prize.
A Nobel Prize for the knock knock joke guy.
Thanks, Leslie.
We did figure out one time who did invent the knock knock joke.
We did?
Yeah.
Leslie, if you ever have another kid, I expect you to name it after me now.
Name it LT Felice. LT Felice.
Mm-mm.
Just real quick. LT Felice. Epi says you can stitch up any wound, but the scars are always there, and they are only a reminder if you concentrate on them. Yeah. I like that.
Does that mean you're not having any more kids, Leslie? Laugh, 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 dead, dead, dead. What? Go ahead.
All right. So
don't
many
know.
relapse-prone alcoholics extend mistaken beliefs even further. Okay. So what did we just learn? That abstinence is a prerequisite for recovery. Wrong. What is recovery? Or no, sorry. Abstinence is only a prerequisite for recovery. You got to be abstinent, and then you enter into recovery. And while you're in recovery, you must be doing daily tasks that repair the damage done to your body, your mind, and your relationship. Okay. And the mistaken belief is that I'm abstinence, I'm in recovery. I'm abstinent, I'm in recovery. That's wrong. I did drugs, I relapsed. That's wrong. Because you can relapse by stopping doing the daily tasks, and we'll get into that in just a second. But there's many prone alcoholics that extend that mistaken belief even further. So if you believe that recovery is abstinence from alcohol or drug use, then you come to believe that as long as you do not use alcohol or drugs, you will be in control of yourself and your behavior. You mistakenly believe that when you are sober, you're always in control. The only way to lose control is to use alcohol and drugs. This leads to the conclusion that any return to alcohol and drug use must be a conscious and willful decision. Relapse, therefore, is a conscious and deliberate choice. It is assumed that as long as you choose not to use alcohol or drugs, you will maintain control and be fine. So let's review the sequence of mistaken beliefs. Yes, I do, Morgan. have extra books. Recovery is abstinence from alcohol and drugs. Okay, this is the review of mistaken beliefs. Recovery is abstinence from alcohol and drugs. Relapse is alcohol and drug use. Number 3, anytime I abstain from alcohol and drugs, I am in recovery. Anytime I return to alcohol and drug use, I am in relapse. As long as I don't use alcohol and drugs, I will be in control of myself and my behavior. Just because you're abstinent does not mean you're in control of yourself and your behavior. So the conclusion, relapse is always the result of a conscious and deliberate choice to use alcohol and drugs. Conclusion, not using alcohol and drugs is my primary task in recovery. So those are the two things wrapped up in a nutshell. Relapse is always a result of conscious, deliberate choice to use alcohol and drugs, and not using alcohol and drugs is my primary task in recovery. The error is that not using alcohol and drugs does not guarantee that you will be in control of yourself and automatically recover. What have we done? We've damaged our biopsychosocial. We've damaged our mind, our body, and our relationships. That's got to heal. And not only does it have to heal, we have to learn how to correct and combat it. So therefore, inside that healing process, there are times we will not be in control because we've, in a sense, done some brain damage to ourselves, some bodily harm to our physical bio, and then our relationships. That's what steps, that's what all those 6 through 10 are for, you know? Good thing these microphones only catch our voice. Not using alcohol and drugs will break the addiction cycle and stop episodes of loss of control caused by intoxication. But as we discussed earlier, when the alcohol drug-based symptoms are interrupted by abstinence, they are replaced by sobriety-based symptoms. The sobriety-based symptoms can be so severe that they can cause you to lose control of your judgment, behavior, even when you're sober. I've seen it. I've done it. You lose control of yourself even though you're not using drugs or alcohol. Many alcoholics who relapse report that they became so dysfunctional in recovery that a return to addictive use seemed like a positive option. They were in so much pain that they started to believe they only had 3 choices left. 1, alcohol and drug use to medicate pain. 2, suicide. 3, insanity. Giving these options, the alcohol and drug use seemed like the best choice. You know?
Maybe. We start here. Welcome, Desmond. If it's a boy, Aztec. If it's a girl, honestly, fleece sounds good. Voting for a girl. Come on. Because you guys, I'm recovery, healthy, and baby on the way. Very cool. Jeanette would like to know, did someone fart? You'll never know. ASMR Farts is the name of my new band.
There, you're going places.
That's funny.
Abstinence from alcohol and drug use is necessary for recovery, but it's not the only goal in recovery. Learning how to live a meaningful and comfortable life without alcohol or drug use is the primary goal of recovery. Let me repeat that. Learning how to live a meaningful and comfortable life without alcohol and drugs is the primary goal of recovery. Look at yourself, look at your situation. Are you living a meaningful and comfortable life without alcohol and drugs? If not, why? What's getting in the way? What part of your thinking, what part of your mistaken beliefs, what unclean living may you be involved in? What measures and steps are you taking in this world that are making it miserable? Is it your attitude, your outlook on life? Geesh has really impressed me this last few months when I can't remember the day it started, but Geesh is like, I don't care what happens today. I'm going to be positive about it. And he set his mind to that. And I've been trying to do the same thing since. You kind of forget halfway through the day and have to reset, but that's okay. We can do that. The guy gets on the Discord. He's like, I got pneumonia, but it's only in one lung. Thumbs up. He positively looked at something like that.
There's
What's your
always
attitude?
positive in
Is your
something.
attitude making you uncomfortable and causing you to spin? There's that whole dry drunk syndrome that they talk about. And the same thing applies to anybody that was using chemicals, meth, weed, freaking whatever's out there, right? Sobriety-based symptoms including short-term and long-term withdrawal, the inability to cope with life without alcohol and drugs, and the crisis created by the biopsychosocial damage of addiction will interfere with the ability to have a comfortable and meaningful life without drugs and alcohol. In order to recover, it is important to stop using alcohol and other mood-altering drugs and then learn how to cope with withdrawal and stress of life without returning to the use of alcohol and drugs. And you got to figure it out. You got to do it. You have to get there. You have to get there, or you're just going to stay in this miserable freaking cycle. And then you're going to meet people, and you're going to want to be happy for a month or two, and then you're going to enter into another miserable cycle. And then there's a whole nother biopsychosocial thing that you've done to yourself and then to your relationships around you. Unhealthy, and it's not good for anybody. Addressing the underlying cause. Jake Brown, welcome to the show.
Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy Jake Brown. How's your leg or how's your foot, bro? That was a good hike today. Got some awesome pictures.
Yeah, we did.
Late night Zoom, Bradley says. I'm not going to be up long, but I want to check in with everybody and see how everybody is doing. Everyone else is invited. I'll drop a link in a few. Sweet. So if you're not a part of the Discord, jump in our Discord. That is where the rubber meets the road with Digital Recovering Addict. And if you're in the bushes, the digital bushes back there watching, our prayers and thoughts are out to you as well. And we're thank you for watching. But if you would like, join the Discord as well and jump in and just, stay in the digital bushes and just hopefully get some inspiration. Become friends. Go ahead.
Can't always be positive. It's unattainable, but you can approach every situation from a positive starting point and have a much better chance of staying positive.
See, Geisha's mindset, I remember when Geish first joined our community and he was in the first couple weeks, months and stuff of what it's like to be abstinent from drugs. You're looking around and just life is insane. Your emotions are insane. Your relationships are sucky. And now his attitude and his mindset are dropping bomb quotes like that.
I think my new motto is going to be, well, at least that's going to be my motto. Like if I break my foot, well, at least it wasn't my whole body. Or if my tire goes flat, well, at least I have a spare.
Not me. I'm going to be like this.
Hashtag fuck you.
That's not our new motto. Well, at least.
Sorry. That's my knee-jerk reaction. Yeah, and we battle. Look, he's being honest and throwing it out there that he's struggling with a positive mindset. And the weather changes, things happen at work, it piles up. And when you're struggling, that's where we are learning to cope with life in healthy ways. We have friends, we have people set in place, we have habits and routines. We take naps, we shut everything off on a Saturday and sleep all day if we have to. We do certain things to help with our spiritual condition, with our physical condition. Are we drinking enough water? Make sure that you're just doing all these daily tasks to try to have the best attitude that you can possibly have. Like Guy says, you can't be positive in every situation, but you can approach it and try to be positive, which a lot of times helps and works, and makes it a little easier. And when you're struggling, have something set up in place. Figure something out for yourself to do when you're struggling. When I'm struggling, I like to just disconnect from my phone, from my computer, and just disconnect and do whatever the heck I want. Besides that, I like to go work on the stuff out in the shop, or I like to decorate the house or whatever,
Yeah. Look, Ricky's on board. Got a flat, but hey, at least I'm sober and I got money to fix it.
Right? Tire meth. He doesn't have to worry about that no more. Or you put the freaking spare tire on that can only go 55 miles an hour, and you wear that sucker bald.
Facts.
Been there, done that, seen it a million times.
That's the difference between optimism and positivity. See the bright side in spite of.
And you know, there's
It's true.
that being said, and that is true. Early recovery and, you know, downtimes in our mindsets and when we're struggling, to be optimistic and to have that positivity doesn't feel right, doesn't feel natural. And that's when you literally, you force yourself to say it when you don't mean it even. You look at the situation, you're freaking pissed off, you're white knuckles, you're about to punch something, and make yourself say positive things about it. And over time, it becomes a habit, and then your mood and your attitudes and stuff will follow. And that's where we got to learn to be patient, because this takes time. This doesn't happen overnight. You can learn all this stuff. You could have taken great notes, reread it tomorrow, and then struggle immediately, you know?
Shed. That's me. Been driving with one headlight for over a year now. But at least you didn't get pulled over.
My Suburban had a headlight out for, I thought it was like 6 months.
Forever. Yeah.
I did the same thing. I was like, I'm going as long as I can. And then it started getting annoying.
Then you fix it and feel better.
Yeah.
Carla says, I prefer to be called shrubbery.
Digital shrubbery?
In the digital shrubbery. It sounds fancy. You have described the place I have been living lately. I haven't been doing daily tasks. It's taking a toll on me physically. Bleh.
It's a new week. It's Sunday night, y'all. We got Monday through Friday coming up. Some of us have 9-to-5 jobs that we got to go to next week. Sometimes I remember when I was working on base Sunday, I had the blues. My gut would, I got to wake up and go to work tomorrow. But it's a new week. We can change our attitudes tonight. You can write yourself a note in the morning because you're not going to feel the same when your alarm goes off, right? And just kind of remind yourself, and then do a couple little extra steps. You know, if you're that person that's waking up 5 minutes before you got to be out the door, you're not going to have time to change your mindset. And then all of a sudden the world's just coming at you and you're reacting to it. Force and discipline. We have to grow up. Remember when we were talking about that earlier? Grow up. And part of growing up is starting to become disciplined. And discipline is doing things we don't want to do. Set your alarm clock a half an hour earlier. Make yourself grab yourself up out of bed, grab some coffee. If you have an alarm timer on these coffee pots are cheap and you can set an alarm so you can get coffee immediately. And right then and there, start changing your mindset. You know, wake up a half hour earlier, make yourself change your mindset. It will help. And by the time you get to work, you'll be feeling a little better.
Gish said, at least my car came with 2.
You know what I was doing, Gish? I was turning on my fog lights. So I had 3.
Nice. Having that self-compassion and positive affirmations.
Yes.
Do it. Good night, Jeanette. We love you.
Those little things are scary. Ricky says, one more thing. I was told if I get 3 small goals a day, then one big one, it is easier to do and to feel better about your day. Absolutely. Small things. We were talking about that at the beginning. That's why if you join our Discord, you swipe over to the left. Down here, it says goals. And that's one of the things we set that goals thing up for. Like tomorrow, what's my goal? My goal is to get up at 7 o'clock like I have been, read while I'm drinking my coffee. That's my first goal of the day, just to sit down. And I don't pressure myself like, you have to read for 45 minutes or you fail. Or you better pick up that same book you've been on and you got to finish it from cover to cover. No, my goal is to wake up and read. If I don't feel like grabbing that book, I'll grab that one. Oh, sorry, Link. But to just grab one and make that the thing, right? I found a book that I've been reading over here, and it's a pretty good one. It's called Worldliness. And so I'm going to plug away through that tomorrow. I'll get maybe 2, 3, 4 pages into it. And then when I feel good, it usually gets me into a meditative and I start praying type of mindset, and I feel better about my day. So Ricky, you hit the nail on that.
Linky's got
Linky drew us a picture. You want to come and explain it, bud? If I can get it to show up.
Is it working?
Almost. Okay. I have to hide my eyes. My camera has an eye tracker.
Maybe turn it more straight.
I'm trying. Well, then it gets too bright. Link's got it.
Oh, that looks good.
Okay, explain.
So it's addiction to recovery. This side is addiction. Showing all the
Sad,
alcohol,
broken.
puzzles, relationships are torn apart.
Oh yeah,
There's a smoke joint right there.
yeah.
And then this side is like recovery. You're drinking diet soda.
You're happy, hearts, and all good, and
Your puzzles
good
all built-
relationships, huh?
Your puzzles built together.
Very cool, buddy.
Thank you.
I like it.
Jeanette says, "Me teats, me too teats." I've got to get in bed. I'm beat and got to hustle. Good night. Love you.
No days off. That's crazy.
It's bringing in that inner child out. If you get 3 or 4 small goals set,
Mm-hmm.
that day is a good week. Absolutely. It feels good. It's accomplishment.
The basics. Yeah.
Oh, good, Brad. Let's get back into that. I hope this is ringing to you, brother.
Yeah, we'll put that picture on the fridge.
Having that self-compassion and positive affirmation, Epi says,
If you have ever met a person who doesn't cry at their misfortunes, it's because they know it's only a mishap. No need to cry over spilling milk. At least I got towels.
at
See?
least we got towels to wipe that up.
They love your thing, Linky. Good night, Reyes family.
Good night. Hey, well, let's do this.
Good night, little baby Felice.
Morgan's the winner.
Rub little baby Felice for us.
Tell
Right
her
on
I
that little
said
belly.
hi, my little twin.
Debbie Tucker says, thank you, Link.
Morgan's the winner. Who are we not?
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
All
It is
right,
a
y'all.
lovely
Thanks for
prayer.
being here. And we will be back next Sunday. I am planning on doing one more podcast type of event a week. So that's still in the planning. So expect more videos and stuff to come out. Join us in all our social media so you don't miss a thing from any of the members, not just us, because everybody's doing cool things.
Mm-hmm.
So until next Sunday night, we're going to jump back into this book, Staying Sober. And we're going to talk about abstinence is not the only goal of recovery. We're going to continue this journey down mistaken beliefs about the warning signs of relapse. Okay. So there's warning signs that are mistaken beliefs about. So we're going to continue on with that.
8:00 Sunday nights.
8:00 every Sunday night. And I will have my computer running better next time. So I won't be so angry when I get here.
At least I fed him.
Yeah, the food helped immensely. Until next time, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your program, and remember,
We recover better together.